Hou Yu, the silent hero of the Xia dynasty, was a man whose unwavering dedication and quiet brilliance changed an entire civilization. It is said that in those arduous years, when China was engulfed by floods and natural disasters, Hou Yu shone like a guiding torch, persevering and sacrificing himself to bring peace to the people. His life, from his youthful dreams to his role as the loyal companion of Yu the Great, is a story of sacrifice, steadfastness, and extraordinary humility. Hou Yu was born in a land constantly ravaged by floods. From a young age, he witnessed rivers overflowing and sweeping away homes and fields, forcing people to abandon their villages to survive nature's fury. As a child, he often stood by the riverbank, watching the fierce current and wondering why nature was so relentless. One night, as the waters rose close to his home, he stepped into the cold water, placing his hand on its icy surface, almost as if he were trying to speak to it. Perhaps in that moment, a love for the river and a desire to tame its might took root within him. When he came of age, Hou Yu heard of Yu the Great, the leader calling upon talented men from all over to aid in the flood control efforts. He approached Yu the Great, his heart filled with hope and a desire to contribute to this grand cause. From their first encounter, Hou Yu left a strong impression on Yu and his colleagues with his deep knowledge of geography, water flow, and flood control. Though quiet and reserved, Hou Yu's eyes shone brightly whenever he spoke of his craft, and his insights into hydrology and natural harmony earned him deep respect. Yu the Great and Hou Yu embarked on a challenging journey, traversing villages and treacherous mountains, studying the land to find ways of redirecting water to less populated regions to minimize flood damage. One day, they arrived at a massive mountain blocking the river's path. Yu considered breaking through it to allow the water to flow. However, Hou Yu proposed a different approach. He suggested carving a channel around the mountain rather than destroying it, saying, "Rivers and mountains, like people, have spirits. If we let the water flow naturally around the mountain without harming it, nature will not resist us." Inspired by Hou Yu's wisdom, they chose to follow the contours of the land, guiding the water gently rather than overpowering it. This approach not only protected the environment, but also showcased Hou Yu's philosophy of respecting nature, further deepening the admiration others held for him. Hou Yu worked tirelessly alongside the rushing waters, unfazed by storms or darkness. Once, as he and his team were inspecting a newly completed canal, an unexpected flash flood hit, unleashing torrents that swept away everything in their path. Hou Yu remained calm and quickly directed his team to place large rocks as temporary barriers, creating a wall to hold back the water. He and his comrades spent that night battling the river, standing chest-deep in the torrent, their hands raw and blistered, yet their eyes blazing with determination. By dawn, the flood had been contained, and the villagers breathed a sigh of relief, grateful for Hou Yu's unyielding efforts. Legends tell of a time when Hou Yu passed by his hometown during the flood control mission. He spotted his old home and the familiar fields of his youth. Hesitating, he wished to visit his aging mother, who had waited longingly for his return. However, upon seeing the long line of people struggling for food and water after a flood, he turned away, silently reminding himself that his mission was not yet complete. His love for his family was undeniable, yet Hou Yu placed his duty to the people above all else. This quiet act of selflessness deeply moved those who witnessed it, leaving a lasting legacy of his devotion to his cause. When the flood control efforts finally succeeded, with rivers tamed into canals and crops no longer under threat of floods, the people of China felt a peace they had never known. Hou Yu stood beside the calm waters, quietly observing the transformed landscape, filled with relief and joy. He sought no fame, nor reward, only the sight of thriving fields, peaceful villages, and the laughter of children playing by the river. During the celebratory festivals, Hou Yu quietly stepped back, content to witness the joy of others without the need for recognition. Hou Yu's life was a testament to his philosophy of harmony and respect for nature. He believed that if humans coexisted with nature, it would become an ally rather than an adversary. Because of this belief, He always sought methods that minimized environmental disruption, respecting and understanding natural laws before taking action. To Hou Yu, nature was not something to conquer, but a companion to understand and protect. To the people of China, Hou Yu was not only a brilliant engineer, but a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. His humility, his selfless devotion to the community, and his deep love for nature became qualities deeply ingrained in their values, passed down through generations. After the flood control mission ended, it is said that Hou Yu quietly left the court and returned to a small village. Living a simple life by the river, he had spent his life protecting. He had no desire for riches or glory. He only sought a peaceful and humble life. The image of Hou Yu, a modest man standing by the river with a distant, gentle gaze, became an enduring symbol of his era. His legacy was not only the canals and dams he helped create, but also the lessons of loyalty, patience, and compassion he imparted to the Chinese people. He remains a silent hero, a beacon of tireless dedication to his community. His legacy continues to inspire, reminding each generation of a man who lived, fought, and sacrificed for the happiness of others.